So I want to share this with so many of you renegade preachers. And for those of you who know that God has called you to the fivefold, let this video be a warning. When you sit under an anointed leader, you begin to function in dimensions that become available to you because of the atmosphere they have cultivated. It's not because you finally reached that level. It's that you're operating under their covering. Their mantle creates a spiritual environment where gifts are stirred, clarity flows, and access is granted. Think about it like this. When you plug into somebody else's Wi-Fi, the connection isn't yours, but you're benefiting from it. So many of you confuse proximity with possession. You assume because you can flow like that while you're connected to them, that you can flow like that by being disconnected. But here's the problem. You were never the source. You were simply plugged in. So when you stepped out prematurely, you realized that the oil you carry wasn't enough to sustain what you tried to carry. Matthew chapter 25 verse 8. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. That's what happens when you leave with no oil of your own. You see, every ministry carries a different type of spiritual ecosystem, a fragrance, a flow, a rhythm. So when you are planted, you receive from their root system. But when you uproot yourself in arrogance, you lose access to that flow. It's not that God stopped using you. It's that you stepped out of divine assignment and tried to reproduce something you didn't birth. So there's a blessing to remain planted somewhere. When you stay where God has placed you, you don't lose your individuality. You gain depth. Listen here. God will refine your gift within the house before he releases you into the field. Therefore, the anointing that you sit under doesn't suppress you. It seasons you. Psalms chapter 92, verse 13. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God. So listen to this prophetic warning. Stop trying to prove what your leader could do. You're not called to imitate their gift. You're called to honor it. When you dishonor the oil that poured into you, you block your own flow. What some of y'all call independence, God sometimes calls it disconnection. So many of y'all left the house and y'all thought y'all were dripping, but you were just glossed with somebody else's oil. And now that you're out there dry, you're realizing now it wasn't your flow. It was their fountain. Yep, I said it.